Hello, I'm Craig Brelsford, and welcome to another episode of Small Stocks, Big Money. For those of you new to the show, RedChip is an investor relations, media, and research firm focused on emerging growth companies. Our unique platform combines global multimedia with traditional investor relations, reaching investors around the world. Now, today's show features interviews with the executives of two public companies. First up is LIVEONE. Headquartered in Los Angeles, LIVEONE is an award-winning creator-first music, entertainment, and technology platform focused on delivering premium experiences and content worldwide through memberships and live and virtual events. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Up next is Can-Fite Biopharma. Can-Fite is an advanced clinical stage drug development company with a platform of oral drugs designed to address multi-billion-dollar markets in the treatment of oncology and inflammatory diseases. The company's lead drug candidate, piclidenoson, recently reported top-line results in a phase 3 trial for psoriasis. Can-Fite's liver drug, namodenoson, is being evaluated in a phase 2b trial for the treatment of NASH, a phase 3 trial for hepatocellular carcinoma, and the company is planning a phase 2a study in pancreatic cancer. We'll learn more when we speak with the CEO later in the show. Before we dive into our first interview, let's take a moment to recognize some of RedChip's top performers in 2024. Among them, Red Cat, up an incredible 1,293% in 2024. Alliance Entertainment, soaring by 842%. Gorilla Technology, which gained 250%. And Nova Minerals, up 149%. These companies have demonstrated the immense potential of the small cap market. Now, before we move forward, let's take a look at RedChat, a revolutionary AI chatbot for small cap stock analysis.
For 32 years, RedChip has been discovering tomorrow's blue chips today with early research on Starbucks, Celsius, Daktronics, Winnebago, and more. Now we bring you RedChat, an innovative AI solution which gives you answers in seconds on over 2,000 small cap stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. Visit redchip.com today and use RedChat, your AI small cap assistant. RedChat.
Now, let's move on to our quote of the week. It comes from the book, Small Stocks, Big Money. Invest in something you can get your arms around and be very conservative. Own enough stock so that you are not putting all your eggs in one basket. This quote comes from Dave Maley of Ariel Discovery Fund, and it is featured in Chapter 5 of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book of exclusive interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon today for just $18. Now, let's get started with our first interview today with LIVEONE. Hello, we're here with Robert Ellen, founder, CEO, and chairman of LIVEONE Incorporated. Robert, thanks for being with us today.
We're doing terrific. Thank you. Good morning.
For those who may not be familiar, can you give us a high-level overview of LIVEONE? What does the company do? What are its core businesses? And what makes it a unique player in the digital entertainment industry?
Great question. So where I would start with that is we're one of the 10 DSPs in the world. All right. We're probably on the smaller side in that our competitors are Apple and YouTube and Amazon and Spotify and iHeart. So they're all $6 billion to $1 trillion plus, right? So we're uniquely positioned as the most original programming, right? And because we have the most original programming, it puts us in a position that we can have the lowest pricing, be the most nimble, be able to work with our partners in a very unique way, and also be able to have the most original programming, being a unique programming.
LIVEONE has seen impressive revenue growth over the years, with fiscal 2025 revenue guidance between $112 and $120 million. What are the key drivers behind this growth, and how do you plan to sustain the momentum?
Yeah, it's a great question. So to start with, we have this wonderful partnership with Elon Musk at Tesla. We've been a partner for 12 years, and the partnership has changed dynamically over the years, right, to different types of contracts with them. And right now we have this very unique contract where we went from a guaranteed $3 a month, where we can never raise those prices, to today now being the perpetual button for life inside the Tesla car, that left-hand side button that the consumer has to choose and pay for to become. And miraculously, we've converted over 45% of every car in North America. So we converted out of 2 million cars, we converted 900,000. That's A. So that's subscription and ad supported. Our next piece of our business is our podcast business, which is mostly advertising driven, which is about $50 million of our revenues. We have 170 podcasters. We're number 8 on Podtrax, just past CNN and Barstool and many others. We're probably the largest independent podcast network. Together, we have billions and billions of impressions a month, right, of audio as well as video content across our platform.
Slacker Radio has seen a massive increase in direct billed premium subscribers. It's up 130% since October 2024. What strategies are driving this conversion growth, and how does it impact recurring revenue?
Yeah, so we've done is, so our revenue, we're taking a little dip in our revenues because we had this beachfront property in Tesla without any branding that was guaranteed $3 a month. Now we have this beachfront property with our branding where we can start to raise that ARPU and raise the prices on it. So our ARPU on our conversions are now over $5, all right? So we're increasing it from $3 to $5. And then what we did is we launched an ad-supported platform, right, tier, that we've now signed over 650,000 ad-supported subscribers, and we're growing 3,000 to 5,000 a day.
Tesla, major partner for Slacker Radio. Nearly all Tesla EVs offering LiveOne services. Can you share details about the renewed Tesla agreement and how that impacts your future revenue growth?
Yeah, this is the first time, and I talked about in the conference call, that I truly believe we have a moonshot. We have $1 billion upside. And for anyone that knows me, my last company, Digital Turbine, went to 12 billion. My companies previously have had, similar type, $1 billion plus runs, but they take time. They take 7 to 10 years. We're sort of in that inflection point. If you count COVID, we're right around that 7th year. This is the first time that we're seeing, with the combination of using AI marketing, as well as our partnership with Tesla, to convert 50% of those cars. And what's happening is from that is leading to massive B2B deals. We just said we have over 75 B2B deals in the works. We announced 44 million of new contracts, including with a Fortune 500 company and Amazon, right? And that was just announced in the last 6 weeks, okay? Those contracts, those revenues are kicking towards the end of the year, right, in third and fourth quarter. But we're going to start to pick those up. We'll start to pick up a little piece of those now. But those 75 B2B deals now are getting really exciting, as we've proven with AI marketing that we have the ability to find Tesla owners, find those car owners, right? Find those blog sites without spending any money. So Spotify says it costs them $80 a sub to get a subscriber. We've just added over 400,000 subscribers in the last month and a half, right? We added those with no cost. If you took that million subscribers, right, we announced last week, that would cost $80 million to get to them. We're now using our B2B partners in conjunction with AI marketing to drive those audiences and find the right conversions and the right people, the ones that want our pricing, they want our original content, and they want our nimbleness and our ability to deliver very special technology and music.
Let's turn now to the successful spin-out of Podcast One, now trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker PODC. It's a separate public company, and you still own 72% of it. What does that mean for LiveOne shareholders, and what's next for Podcast One?
So we very uniquely, first time ever done in history, we did a spin-out of a piece of the company in the form of a dividend and listed on NASDAQ. Never done in the history of NASDAQ. Guy, it was very unique, and it was done, in a very difficult time. We came out in September, but it was great for the company. And what did it do for the company? We're the only pure play podcast business on any national exchange in the world. Okay, so it gives us the ability, and with that, we were able to buy some of the assets from Cast Media as they were going through their bankruptcy and add podcasters. Right, and it gives us the ability to have the currency to start acquiring other podcast networks.
Robert, there's an astounding 6.8 billion smartphone users in the world, 8 billion population worldwide. 7 out of 8 people in the whole world have a smartphone. Meanwhile, there's growing music subscription penetration. Now, with that backdrop, how does LiveOne plan to expand its membership base and increase its average revenue per user?
Well, this is a beautiful lead-in on that, the number of smartphones, right? The reality is that Goldman Sachs has just come out and said that it's going to be 1.7 billion users of a music service by 2027, right? So what I've told the street is we're going to get to 10 million users. At 10 million users, we'll do $500 million in revenues and $100 million plus in EBITDA. How will we get there? We're not going to get there one person at a time. We're going to get there with Tesla-like partnerships. We've been partners. This company's been around for 22 years as partner with Samsung, with Verizon, with T-Mobile. We're going to build that off of 8 different industries. Anyone who needs a music service that doesn't have one, like the likes of retailers, Walmart, Costco, Best Buy, Target, right, across the board. Social media companies. We've just announced big partnerships with one of the biggest streaming networks. Every streaming network, you just heard that Netflix is about to go into podcasts, right? They're going to go into audio, right? You just heard Fox buy the Red Network. They're going back into podcasts. They're going to go into audio, right? So we have this unique opportunity that anyone with 10 million to 1 billion eyeballs, all the way up to Facebook, who doesn't have a music service, must have a music service. Most of them have been partners of ours or distributors of ours, but any one of those could be a strategic investor or buyer of the company in the near future.
Fascinating so far, Robert, and unfortunately we do have to go now. But before we do, give us the essential value proposition. Why should anyone take an interest in LiveOne right now?
I think it's pretty easy. The industry is trading at like 3.8 times revenues, and we're trading at 60% of revenues, all right? Here's a play where you can get all the music that you get in any service from Spotify to Apple or anyone in between. You can get original programming of podcasts, live streaming, pay-per-view that no one else is going to have, right? And you get in at $3 to $5 a month versus $9 to $15 a month. So as you're looking at our company, you have an opportunity to play Tesla, you have an opportunity to play a Fortune 500 streaming partner, and you have an opportunity to play partners with Amazon. You're going to keep seeing those B2B partners. So trading at 60% discount, we bought back 5 million shares of stock approximately, and we just announced we're going to buy back up to 12 million. So we'll continue to buy stock. I personally continue to buy stock, and we're so undervalued right now. We have a unique opportunity right now in the market.
Plenty of great stuff going on with LiveOne. Robert, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, and appreciate the time.
Now, to get more information on LiveOne, visit LVOinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-REDCHIP to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like LiveOne. Watch this show again and explore hundreds of small cap stock videos on RedChip's YouTube channel. Also, go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO, and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order your copy of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book written by RedChip's CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Order your copy on Amazon today for just $18. Before we move forward, let's take a look at RedChat, a revolutionary AI chatbot for small cap stock analysis.
For 32 years, RedChip has been discovering tomorrow's blue chips today with early research on Starbucks, Celsius, Daktronics, Winnebago, and more. Now we bring you RedChat, an innovative AI solution which gives you answers in seconds on over 2,000 small cap stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. Visit redchip.com today and use RedChat, your AI small cap assistant. RedChip.
Now, let's move on to our next interview today with Can-Fite Biopharma. We're here with Matti Farbstein, Chief Executive Officer of Can-Fite. Matti, thanks for being with us again.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to present.
Can-Fite Biopharma is at an advanced stage of clinical development with its strong pipeline. Start, please, with a brief overview of your current programs.
We have two drugs in the clinic. The first drug, piclidenoson, we are about to initiate shortly a pivotal phase 3 study that was agreed with the FDA and the EMA. We're going to initiate a phase 2 for a rare disease by the name of Lowy syndrome, and our veterinarian partners, VetBiolix, is developing piclidenoson for dogs' osteoarthritis. The second drug is namodenoson. We are enrolling patients to a pivotal phase 3 study that was agreed by the FDA and the EMA. Enrolling patients for pancreatic cancer, it's an open ongoing study. And following a successful phase 2A study in MASH, we are enrolling patients to a phase 2B.
Your company has secured multiple out-licensing deals with potential milestone payments totaling well over 9 figures in dollars. Can you share details on these partnerships, Matti, and how do they de-risk Can-Fite's ongoing development?
Sure. We have 6 territorial partners that got the rights to sell our drugs once they will be approved. We have partners in Eastern Europe, 3 countries in Western Europe, China and the territories, 2 deals in South Korea, and a Canadian partner that took piclidenoson for psoriasis. And on top of them, the veterinarian partner, VetBiolix. From the selling drugs deals, we got till today $20 million undiluted money, and there are $130 million potential based on regulatory and sales milestone, and there will be also double-digit royalties from the sales.
Namodenoson showing remarkable success, including an 8-year complete response in a liver cancer patient, and its recognition for liver protective effects. How does this position namodenoson as a game changer in the treatment of hepatocellular carcinoma?
The FDA and the EMA agreed on a pivotal phase 3 study protocol design. We are treating patients who have no other treatment available today with our safe drug, namodenoson. An interim analysis will be conducted after around 50% of the patients. We have orphan drug status that granted by the FDA and the EMA, and fast track status that was granted by the FDA.
Milestones now, Matti, in that pivotal phase 3 trial for namodenoson. What should investors be watching out for?
We are enrolling patients for the pivotal phase 3 studies as we are speaking. We estimate that we will share the interim analysis data in 2026.
Matti, piclidenoson previously reported top-line phase 3 results for psoriasis. Can you walk us through the results, and what is the status of the current pivotal phase 3 trial in psoriasis?
We had significant positive data, both in the primary and the secondary endpoints, the PASI 75 and the physician global assessment in the first phase 3 study. A pivotal phase 3 study design has been approved both by the FDA and the EMA, and we will initiate the study and start to enroll patients shortly.
You know, beyond oncology, Can-Fite is also expanding into metabolic and inflammatory diseases, including a phase 2B trial for MASH, Matti. Now, can you explain the significance of that market and where namodenoson fits in?
As of today, there is only one drug registered for the treatment of MASH. Following positive data from our phase 2A study, including decrease in body weight, we are enrolling now patients to a phase 2B.
As if all that were not enough, you're also active in veterinary medicine. You've shown success and piclidenoson's potential in treating osteoarthritis in dogs. What is the market potential of that application, and how does it complement your human health portfolio?
The arthritis market for companion animal is expected to grow to $6.3 billion by 2030. We are entitled to receive 15% royalties on worldwide sales in this indication. Can-Fite upfront and royalties on sales upon regulatory approval for veterinarian use is projected to be around 325 million over the next 10 years.
Final question, Madi. The essential value proposition. Please tell us, what are the key catalysts for Can-Fite over the next 12 to 18 months? And with that in mind, why should investors take an interest in Can-Fite right now?
We have oral drugs with proven safety and efficacy in pivotal phase 3 studies. Piclidenoson and namodenoson are phase 3 assets in psoriasis and liver cancer. Namodenoson showed strong efficacy in phase 2 MES study and is headed into an exploratory phase 2A study in pancreatic cancer. We are monetizing the advanced portfolio through corporate partnerships. Piclidenoson and namodenoson have been licensed out in selected territories with 20 million received to date and potentially up to additional 130 million plus royalties. We will initiate shortly the psoriasis pivotal phase 3 study. And during the next 12 to 18 months, we will share data from our 2 pivotal phase 3 studies in psoriasis and liver cancer, as well as the 2 phase 2 studies in MASH and pancreatic cancer. Thank you.
Thank you, Madi. There's so much going on with Can-Fite, and we love to hear the story.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to tell our story. Thank you.
Now, to get more information on Can-Fite Biopharma, visit canfinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Can-Fite Biopharma. Watch this show again and explore hundreds of small cap stock videos on RedChip's YouTube channel. Also, go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO, and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can order Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book written by RedChip's CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon for $18. Now, let's recap the companies featured today. First, you met LIVEONE, LVO, on the NASDAQ. Headquartered in Los Angeles, LIVEONE is an award-winning, creator-first music, entertainment, and technology platform focused on delivering premium experiences and content worldwide through memberships and live and virtual events. Learn more at www.lvoinfo.com. Then, you met Can-Fite Biopharma, CANF, on the New York Stock Exchange American. Can-Fite Biopharma is an advanced clinical stage drug development company with a platform of oral drugs designed to address multi-billion-dollar markets in the treatment of oncology and inflammatory diseases. The company's lead drug candidate, piclidenoson, recently reported top-line results in a phase 3 trial for psoriasis. Can-Fite's liver drug, namodenoson, is being evaluated in a phase 2B trial for the treatment of NASH, a phase 3 trial for hepatocellular carcinoma, and the company is planning a phase 2A study in pancreatic cancer. Learn more at www.canfinfo.com. Don't forget to check out our stocks page. It's the biggest small cap stock portal in the industry. It has every company listed on the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange with a market cap of $2 billion or less. And it's categorized by industries. Watch this show again and explore hundreds of small cap stock videos on RedChip's YouTube channel. And be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter and learn about a lot of small cap companies. Also, go to our website and sign up on our events page for the webinar series. We have webinars every week, several a week, in which we feature small public companies, mostly client companies, and you'll hear straight from the CEO, and you'll be able to ask questions after that. Again, if you have any questions about any of our public companies featured on today's show, call us at 1-800-RedChip or email us at info@redchip.com. In closing, remember, while small caps can provide significant gains, you must be prepared for the downside. small cap stocks are among the most volatile of asset classes. Some of the companies featured on this show are RedChip client companies, and we may own stock in these companies, so please always read our disclosures at redchip.com. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next week with some new, exciting, emerging growth companies.
For 32 years, RedChip has been discovering tomorrow's blue chips today with early research on Starbucks, Celsius, Daktronics, Winnebago, and more. Now we bring you RedChat, an innovative AI solution which gives you answers in seconds on over 2,000 small cap stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. Visit redchip.com today and use RedChat, your AI small cap assistant. RedChat.
Property crime is a $27 billion problem. Meet Cloudastructure, NASDAQ CSAI, an award-winning AI security platform chosen by 5 of America's largest property management firms, including the nation's largest. With 97% proven deterrence, real-time AI surveillance, and operations in 18 states, CSAI delivers lower crime rates, lower losses, and lower costs. Now commercializing at triple-digit revenue growth, Cloudastructure is the future of property security.
Robots still can't smell. Until now. Meet iKnows, creator of AI Knows, pioneering the digitization of sense into smell IDs, giving robots a new power to better know our world. The $51 billion robotics market is growing, with Yugo playing a key role as Japan produces 38% of the world's robots. AI Knows. Global patents, scaling fast, targeting deployment in 2026. AIMD on the NASDAQ. Game-changing. Undiscovered until now.